Okay, so as our deadline sits, today is October 30th, the day before Halloween. I've got to go through and get a couple taillights put on, which are just going to be easy, simple little paper. I'm also going to do a license plate, and I'm going to run some of these braided steel lines in the back to give it more of that mechanical look here in the back compartment. But I just did want to show you really quick what we're looking like. I've got the lights on here on the side. Let's start here at the back. So I've got the lights on right now on the back. There's the side of the car. I don't have the lights on underneath, but there's the lights in the front. A little light bar. And there they are on the other side. So there's where we're sitting at right now. I'm going to go through and get the last little details of the time mechanics bay all done. And then I'm also going to go through and I'm going to put some more detail to the doors here. I'm going to draw on the little door panel frames, make it look like they're doors and not just the side of a car. So I'm going to get to that right now. Okay, so I went through the wiring that runs to the front, that LED bar on the front, and I've got all the wires kind of tucked away and glued down so that way it kind of adds to the look back here. Now I've put a little adapter on there on the end of it, and I've got my bank of batteries. These are the batteries I actually use in my drone. Now these are half the wattage, or half the voltage rather, than what the LEDs can handle. So I think we'll get a lot of life out of it. Plus, as I go through the night, I can just transfer over from one battery to the next. So we'll always have constant power. And it's really nice because I can just lay this in there and then just simply take the plug and plug it right in, and the lights will be working. I'll run you right over to show you what it looks like. See, so there's the power, and all the way back here is the power source. Run through all these cables here, down through the side of the car, and then back up to the front. So there's that, and I think that's going to work out just great. So that part of it's done. Now I'm going to figure out where to put the braided lines in this mess of chaos back here. Okay, so I think I got it pretty well staged. Got one line running through there. There's the battery bank. Another line running through and over to here. So I've got the tail lights all painted. I'm going to get the glue on them and get them on the car right now. So I've got the tail lights all sprayed, and while those, fix this. Okay, so I've got the tail lights all sprayed, while those, where are we at? Right there. While those are tacking up, I wanted to show you just a couple things that I did while I didn't have the camera going. So I've got the doors drawn on. The only piece that I am missing here is that piece of black trim that goes down the side. I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't really want it to add any extra things to the side of the car. I kind of like the way that it looks, kind of simple and plain, because all of this stuff happening back here, and obviously the focus on the wheels and the cables and all that sort of stuff. So I'm not going to do that black trim piece, even though it should be there. Also the mirrors. There should be some mirrors. I think those are just going to break off. But I also do want to show you the front. Now it looks kind of deceiving. I've got the boosters off the back right now. I've got them sitting on the hood of the car because I got the taillights tacking up right now. But check this out. I just used some metal tape, kind of stenciled out what I wanted the logo to look like, cut it out, peeled off the back, stuck them right on. Looks pretty cool. So from far away you'll be able to see it like, that's a DeLorean, if you couldn't already tell. But I also got this side markered up too, so it looks like we do have a door. Even though there are no doors, it kind of looks like we have one. So I think these taillights are just about ready, so I'm going to go ahead and set this thing up, and we'll stick these things right on. Okay, so one of the last things that I have to do is get the license plate and the labeling for Mr. Fusion onto the car. Now, I simply just went online and printed a couple things off. I've got the license plate, and I've got the Mr. Fusion, it's kind of hard to see, Mr. Fusion emblems. I'm going to get those cut out right now, put them on, and then we'll go over it all. It'll be done. It'll be done. Okay, so the date is October 30th, 2016. I started a project that some thought was crazy, and quite frankly wasn't sure if I was going to get it done in time. It's done. Sitting right behind me is my daughter Haley's Halloween costume for the year. It is a DeLorean. Let's have a look. Okay, so let's have a quick run around of what the DeLorean looks like, what it does, and how it looks the way it looks. Okay, so here's the DeLorean. Now, for this thing to move, there's sitting on a cart, which is tugged by a leash. The front has casters, the back has a still placement wheel, which keeps it going straight. So we've got the front of the car, we've got the logo, we got a couple headlights, we've got the fender flares with the axles and wheels, we've got the cable coming all the way back to the time control mechanism, we've got the hover wheels obviously, the boosters, Mr. Fusion, tail lights, license plate. We have got it all. This thing looks like $1 million. Let's turn on some lights and see how it looks. Okay, so for the lighting on this beast, what we do is we come right back here. I've got a battery pack that I simply just turn on. For the front, I've got a series of batteries back here, which is just a simple plug and play. It's kind of hard to do one-handed. Give me 1 second. So it's just a simple plug and play, and we've got 4, so we can switch them the night that we need to. Under here, under the wheels, I've got little button lights. I can push the button, there we go, under the wheels themselves to give it the appearance of flight. So let's turn those on. Okay, so now that I got all the lights on, let's have a look. There's the front, there's the wheels, there's the back. Come around to this side. Really looks like it's flying. Let's see how it looks when we turn the lights off. So when we turn the lights off, this thing just becomes kind of crazy looking. I'm going to give it a little tug here. So there, wow. Okay, so there's the front view. You have the light bar and the 2 sides, and then you have all 4 wheels lit up simultaneously, so it looks like it's really flying. This thing is just nuts. I cannot believe this thing is sitting in the garage right now. One little walk around here. Now I'm going to turn the lights back on and show up the very last feature that I built into this thing. Okay, so the very last feature that is put into the DeLorean is actually controlled by me. There's a couple tubes coming out of the back boosters here, and what those do, in a second I'll set this up and I'll show you what that can do here in just a second. Yes, they blow smoke. I'm going to get it from one more angle just to show you. So, there you have it. Let me get out of the way. There's the DeLorean. All finished up, ready to go. All the little details put into it. We're going to go have fun on this Halloween night. Everybody be safe. Have fun. Most importantly, nothing's too crazy. Even building a DeLorean in under 10 days. We have to mark a day off the calendar. Because we have met our goal of being done by Halloween. We got done here on the 30th with a day to spare. So that being said, that is the end of the first project, the DeLorean. I will be putting up more videos and pictures of this thing out and about with Haley all dressed up as Doc Brown, which I think will just be the cutest thing in the entire world. Until then, I'm off of here.